Hi, guys, and welcome to Theatre Talk with Wayne, where I discuss my shows that I have been in the last 12 years. Today, I'll be talking to you about Billy Liar, which was also for Claremont Dramatic Society, and it was done in 2018. Now, this is actually quite a unique story that I'm going to tell you because I didn't perform in the show. So I had just finished doing Down in for Murder, and because I did not the importance, the unexpected guest with this director who directed Billy Liar, she told me that she didn't have much of a support system. And for a show that was going into the theatre at that time, it's like ridiculous. You cannot expect a director to do directing as well as doing the props, as well as doing stage managing and sound and lighting. That's why you have producers. They're supposed to sort everything out. And I think this wasn't the first time this happened. And also at the same time, she was a very prominent um, person in the theatre world. So I didn't understand why she was being treated this way. This is my opinion. Don't go and hate people now. This is just my opinion. So Billy Liar is basically about a family in England. I want to say 1950s. This is set. Sorry, I was close. 1960s. So Billy is literally a pathological liar, and he just lies all the time, and it's just how families deal with it. It is a comedy, um, and yeah. So what I'm wanting to talk about is my experience as a stage manager. Now, whoever actually knows me, me being a stage manager is hilarious because in all the shows that I have been in, and I've been in a lot of shows, the stage manager knows my name very well because I'm the one who's causing all the flippin' noise. Margie Blewett, oh, she hated me because I was so noisy. Shelley Lombard, technically, she was doing all the talking. June Edwards, she was good. I think I didn't have much to talk about because I was on stage most of the time. Um, who else? Yeah, I think there was the only three that really wanted to kill me backstage because I was very noisy. So yeah, so it was a fun play. I really enjoyed the cast and the crew. So what happened was that, to be honest with you, I actually kind of think it was the cast party of um, Down in for Murder when I said, "Why don't I be your stage manager?" And and at that time I met Chantal, which was also at the Down in for Murder cast party. She was friends with the current, not the current, at that time, theatre manager, and she also wanted to be involved. So I thought it would be a nice way to get involved as to shadow me as a stage manager. I was like, oh. This was hilarious. But I took over as production secretary and stage manager for the show. And at that time, I was also working at the theatre to do the stage. I was working at the theatre already, and I also helped and painted the set, helped with the props. So yeah. So the cast worked really, really hard for this show, and one of the shows that they only had 11 people. Um, let's face it, how many people go to a theatre in order to see a show? What sort of shows do they want to see? Do they want to see a comedy? Do they want to see British comedy? Do they want to see American comedy? Do you want to see a drama? Do you want to see horror? It's like there's a lot of different tastes out there, and I might be waffling on over here, but the Mars Theatre is no different to any theatre in Cape Town. The only difference is we're doing it for the love of theatre. We're not getting paid, which we would have loved to be paid. Could you just imagine? Um, so yeah, so there wasn't a lot of people coming to see the show, and they normally do their little rah rahs before. And I said to them, "Listen, here, guys, you are now performing in front of 11 people. Now you need to go out there and perform like there's 170 people because that's how much you can fit into the mass theatre, and those 11 people deserve the same performance you would do for a full house. They came to pay, they came and they paid their money's worth and what have you, and they actually kind of did that. Um, so that was like the opening weekend. No, that incident wasn't on the opening weekend. But the opening weekend, our sound and lighting girl, who is, I think, a civil engineer now, because she was doing her exams. This is 2018. So she better be qualified. um, what is it? She didn't know that we were doing a show, and I don't know if it was the Wednesday show or the Saturday afternoon show. But luckily enough, Chantel, who was my um, assistant stage manager, her husband, we managed to get him to shadow the sound and lighting person. And then the next day, this was Friday, yes, it was Friday. And then the next day, he did the show with her monitoring him. And nobody knew. Nobody knew. I said to Chantel, listen here, we cannot tell anybody about this. The producer, well, the chairperson of the society, and the director knew about this, but we refused to tell the actors. Sure, my word, that was quite an experience. Um, it was fun, but I kind of prefer to be on stage than being behind it. Even though during the run of the show, so I'm laughing. I'm laughing because I wasn't doing my job. I would tell sound and lighting that the actors are ready, and then they'll tell me that they're ready, and then they will cue music, and I'll let everybody be in their places. That's what I did. But doing the props and doing the other stuff, calling actors on stage, I didn't do that. Chantel did, and all I did was sat backstage talking to the actors. Oh my god! Oh, sure, that was funny. That was extremely funny. I kinda want to, whoever sees this and whoever lives in Cape Town, guys, come to the Mask Theatre, volunteer as a stagehand, volunteer as a props master, just volunteer. Because believe me, you're going to have so much fun. I get it. There is going to be personalities that you can't deal with, but then at the end of the day, you are there for yourself. Because I have dealt with a lot of personalities. I see myself out of the situation and I never work with the person again. So hopefully all the shows that I've been in, I'm having a swell time. Like I've mentioned before, I will never do a Noel Coward again unless I'm playing a different character. Probably will never do a production for Mads. And there are certain directors that I'll probably never work again with. This is how I feel. It's my personal opinion. But anyway, so I just want to reach out to you and say, come to the Mask Theatre, have some fun with us. If you don't want to do stage managing or all of that stuff, please come and volunteer at the bar. We need to get those people drunk in order to enjoy the show. Jokes! And also be front of house or an usher. You guys come in 10 minutes before the show, usher everyone in, and your reward, you actually can watch the show for free. Can you just imagine that? So hopefully the lockdown is over at this time and there are some shows happening at the Mask Theatre, and I hope to see you there because that's where I will be. See you guys next week.